tonight's president's report, I just want to say a big thank you to Maria Lanza, who, for those of you who don't know, last Friday was her last day as our office, working as our neighborhood liaison for the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. Maria did a great job for these past 4 years and helped be the glue between the city and us. And we thank her very much for all of her efforts. Moving on to Cape Air updates. So back in middle December, right before the holidays, Cape Air hosted their first public meeting, well, only public meeting, on the potential seaplanes moving into Long Wharf. So the meeting was held December 19th, and there was opposition support for the project. Most of the issues of opposition were related to noise, pollution, public access to the water sheet, and if their license is in compliance with Chapter 91 legislation. Other than that, there was also support for it. Their BPA hearing is scheduled for February 13th. So we are working on trying to get them to attend and host another public meeting here at our February meeting, February 10th. I will keep everyone posted on that. In the meantime, the public comment period is still open, so if you have any issues or concerns, if you want to file any support or opposition letters, please feel free to file them with the city. Aside from that, next Monday, January 20th, starting at 5 p.m., North End Against Drugs is hosting a benefit dinner at Dominic's, located at 54 Salem Street. It's going to be a 3-course meal and plus dessert, $50 a person. All proceeds go back to supporting North End Against Drugs youth and family programs and activities. So with that concluded, I will move on to reports from the offices of local elected officials.
I just want to let you know that the Senate has a newsletter. If anyone would like to sign up for it, it's right up front at the table. That's Senator Boncory. Just kind of give you an update on what's going on in the legislature and what's going on this session. So if you want to sign, Craig can pass it around. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Luigi Natali from Senator Joe Boncory's office. Moving on to committee reports. Starting with public safety, Tanya Green.
December 9th at 5:45 p.m., a male suspect was arrested for assault with a deadly weapon and destruction of property on North Street. The suspect was observed by an off-duty officer damaging a heavy-duty construction excavator at North Street. After a foot chase, the suspect was apprehended and charged with assault with a deadly weapon, brick, and destruction of property. 454 Commercial Street, there was a road rage incident when the light turned green at the intersection. The car at the light did not move. The car behind him honked, pulled up alongside the first car, reached through an open window, and assaulted the driver. Auto theft on December 10th. A Toyota Tercel was reported stolen. December 11th, there on Clark Street, there was a package theft. The 14th, a bike was reported stolen. The 23rd, a package theft from Nordstrom's. On the 14th at 1:30 p.m., a male suspect jumped into a parked delivery truck and allegedly stole 4 10-pound boxes of veal from the back of the truck. He was arrested for this. Aggravated assault and vandalism, aforementioned aggravated assault on North Street. And a motor vehicle theft also happened in December.
Thank you very much, Tanya. Moving on to our Greenway Committee, starting with Connor.
Yep, just a couple of things. At last Thursday's NEWNC meeting, they voted Kristen Hoffman to be Robin Reed's replacement on the Greenway Conservancy Board of Directors. Also, on the Greenways, I don't know if many of you know, there's honeybees that are producing honey, and this past year they produced 24 pounds of honey. We're also in the process of doing the food truck and fitness instructor interviews for 2020 season, and I'll have more to report in the coming months. And finally, there's an upcoming public art community listening in Chinatown on February 6th. For more information on this or any of the other events, please go to the rosekennedygreenway.org.
Thank you very much, Carmen. On to the Hartford Neighborhood Alliance updates. The group has not met since November. They're continuing to work on any organizational structure matters that need to be addressed. The only other thing I would like to bring up, aside from the whole Cape Air thing, is the recent passing of the local wetlands ordinance by the city. So that is going to be headed, I believe, by the Boston Conservation Commission is going to be enforcing that. So They're going to be working towards addressing climate change and climate resiliency issues throughout the city. So that's going to be the primary enforcement agency to look over the new approved local wetlands ordinance. Aside from that, there's no updates for RUF this month. I would like to now move on to resident parking with Jody Fowler.
Yes, and as per usual in the last few months anyway, no real update on the North Washington Street Bridge. Pretty much the same as it's been with some lane closures during off-peak hours. Keep you posted. And then I did want to follow up on discussion from the last meeting, which was with regard to the pilot project that the city's been doing with regard to pickup and drop-off locations in certain areas. They began with a pilot project in Fenway, now they're expanding into Seaport, and Brighton. Basically what it is they take a couple of designated spaces, instead of using them as parking spaces, they're available for Uber, Lyft, or other anyone else just doing quick pickup and drop off, staying in the car. The results thus far have been that it improves, it reduces double parking, reduces parking infractions, and improves utilization of the sidewalk, but it has had an inconclusive effect on traffic. I spoke with the representative from BTD in charge of the project, who said that they're open to other locations if there's interest in any particular neighborhood, and we will be circulating a poll to see whether the local residents are interested in trying something out, say on Hanover Street, so that if people are picking up and dropping off, they'd be diverted to a specific location as opposed within the block, as opposed to anywhere they feel like it. And that's upside is those that mentioned. Downside is you lose a couple parking spaces on the block.